Okay, let's look at some more linear equations that have brackets but are slightly harder. And again, we're going to solve them. So for my first one, I'm going to put x equals at the bottom because that's what I want to find out. So because I've got a bracket, I know that I've got 4 times 2x minus 3. Now that means 4 lots of 2x minus 3, and that all equals 11. So I'm going to expand my brackets, so multiply them out to see what I get on this side. So 4 times 2x, we do the 4 times the 2, which gives me 8, and then I've got my x, so that's going to be 8x on that side. And then 4 times minus 3 is going to give me minus 12. And then on this side, I'm left with 11. So now I've got 8x minus 12 equals 11. That means that I've got my 8x and I'm taking 12 away from it. So the first thing I need to do is get rid of that minus 12. How can I get rid of minus 12? Well, that's making it 0. So to make minus 12 0, I need to add 12. So we're going to do the inverse of minus 12, which is plus 12. And we'll do it to both sides to keep the equation balanced. So 8x minus 12 plus 12 equals 11 plus 12. So as we wanted, our minus 12 plus 12 will give me 0. So on this side, I've just got 8x. And on this side, I've got 11 plus 12, which will give me 23. So next thing I need to do, well, I've got my 8x, which equals 23. So 8 times something is 23, and I need to work out what that something is. So I'm going to do the inverse of times 8, which is divide by 8, and do that to both sides. So 8x divided by 8 equals 23 divided by 8. So my 8x divided by 8, my 8's cancel out to give me 1x, which was what I wanted on this side. And we can see that 8 doesn't go into 23 as a whole number, so I'm going to change that fraction into a mixed number. So how many 8's go into 23? Well, that's 2, because 2 times 8 is 16. And what have I got left over? 7. So I've got 7/8 left over. So x equals 2 7/8 is my solution. And if I put that back into my equation, I should come out with 11. Now, if I go over to this one, I do exactly the same thing as in the last one. I've got 3 lots of 3x plus 4. So that means 3 times 3x plus 4. So that's 3 times 3x and 3 times plus 4. So 3 times 3x is going to give me 9x. And 3 times plus 4 is going to give me plus 12. And that equals 5. Now again, I want to find out what x equals. So I need to get x on its own. So at the moment we've got 9x, and that's being added to 12. So I need to get rid of plus 12. How do I get rid of plus 12? I'm going to subtract 12 because that's the inverse. Do it to both sides to keep the equation balanced. So 9x plus 12 minus 12 equals 5 minus 12. So what we wanted was our plus 12 minus 12 to give me 0, which it has. So I'm just left with 9x on this side. And then 5 minus 12 is going to take us into negative numbers. So that's going to be minus 7. Now I've got 9 times x, which equals minus 7. So I need to get rid of my times 9. To get rid of my times 9, I divide by 9 because that's the inverse, and do it to both sides. So I've got, 9x divided by 9 equals minus 7 divided by 9. So if I do my 9x divided by 9, I get 1x left, which is what I wanted. And minus 7 divided by 9 is the fraction in its simplest form. So the fraction is minus 7 over 9. And that is my solution. And if I substituted that back into my original equation, I should come out with 5.
Okay, Marie, so let's have a look at this one. So solve x plus 2x equals 12. So what do you think you do first?
Okay, well, I want x on its own, so I would put x equals 12 minus 2x.
Okay, so a lot of the time we want to get x by itself, but what we want to do first is get all of these x's together. So can you see anything we can do with this? Get all these together in one place.
Oh, okay, it's 3x, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
3x equals 12. Oh, and so x equals 4.
Brilliant, spot on, well done.